a senior project manager with over 2 decades of experience, Mr. Nune Prasad Babu.
I completely agree with you. The precision and timing are crucial for the seamless operation and reliability of any financial service projects.
One thing that really stands out in your track record is your consistent focus on risk management and process precision.
Consistent focus on the risk management and process precision. Sometimes bubble occurs due to the various reasons.
Hey everyone, welcome back to FaceTime with Leaders powered by Directors Institute, World Council of Directors. I'm Charu Mehra, and today we are diving into a world that every organization depends upon, but very few truly understands. It's the world of project leadership and transformation. Behind every product launch, every cloud migration, every customer experience upgrade, there's someone orchestrating it all like a maestro, balancing timelines, teams, budgets, and business goals, often all at once. Our guest today is one such powerhouse, Mr. Nune Prasad Babu, a senior project manager with over 2 decades of experience steering complex multi domain programs at IT, banking, retail, automobiles, and healthcare. From leading large scale digital transformations at Wipro, Infosys, and CSC to managing core banking, cloud migrations, DevOps, and enterprise integrations, Mr. Prasad's career is a fascinating journey of leadership, resilience, and continuous reinvention. What's most inspiring, though, is how he has blended technical depth with human leadership, managing global teams, navigating challenges, and keeping innovation and trust at the heart of delivery. Mr. Prasad, it's such a pleasure to have you on FaceTime with Leaders. How are you doing today?
Thank you for the warm welcome and quick introduction about me, Charu. Yeah, that's fantastic. So I'm truly honored to be here today, and my heartfelt uh, appreciation to the Directors Institute providing such a uh, fascinating platform for the open book journey. Okay, so it's truly wonderful experience to me, and I'm very happy to be part of this today.
So, I always say every leader story has that one defining spark that sets it all in motion. Mr. Prasad, you've spent over 20 years leading cross functional projects across some of the biggest organizations in the world. Take us back to where it all began. How did this journey into project management and technology leadership start for you?
Yeah, well, that's a good question, Charu. So if I go back to my journey where it is all started, so during my engineering third year, so we are all planning for an industrial tour to ISRO Bangalore. Okay, so we are about to reach Bangalore city. Right, it's almost 11 p.m. in the night, and I saw a amazing building with the beautiful lights. So when I checked with my friends. So one said me it is an MBA college, and the other one said about it is an IT company. So I thought like right. So it is good we can work for an IT company after the graduation. Okay. So finally, I have started after my engineering completion. So I have joined part of the TCS Bangalore. Um, right. So I started with the journey with the TCS, and after joining like 3 to 4 weeks later, so I have been asked to report it to the another branch office. Right. So I have traveled all the way from the head office to the other branch office, and I surprised to see the same building which I have seen 2 years back.
Wow.
And it is all surprised with a wow.
Wow.
So that is the first like right. I got a very inspired like what I achieved, what I thought 2 years back. Now I'm all it is in front of me.
Right.
Right. So then I have started right. I mean I have assigned for a project international banking client. So where basically they work on the credit card mainframe application processing. So where our daily challenges is to maintain application on green. So we have to do the all credit card applications processing across the different regions. Uh,
Okay.
right. So and we have to ensure that all the ITIL process has been on place.
Mhm.
Okay. So there's like right. I have supported from the credit card area. So then after I have worked for a couple of years, so I have continued my journey with one of the another retail US UK retail bank. Okay, so where basically they used to maintain the application support and production support, right? So basically, how right the retail has to be handled it online.
Mhm.
So and basically, my roots are my parents are from business roots. Okay, so I can able to correlate with whatever it is happening in the offline, and I used to right compare with the online. So how we
Right.
have business has to be dealt with online and clearly on a step by step basis. Okay, so I got the full hold on this detailed analysis on this retail journey. Okay, then I have continued my journey with the another US magazine publishing company. There I have worked for the right maintenance and support project, where basically they used to on the daily business needs of the business functionality. So we have
Right.
to work on the application support. Okay, so though I have worked for a shorter, then I got an opportunity to move into another project, healthcare. So where basically I was supporting onto the HR payroll system. So
Okay.
they used to have a bi-weekly payment processing internal. So how we are getting the paid, I mean, wages on a monthly basis. So the US client, they used to have on a bi-weekly payment processing. Okay. So I have worked on those system for close to a couple of years. Right.
Okay.
Then I have moved on my journey with another US automobile client. Right. This is my first project. I have worked all this thing on the mainframe BAU and the maintenance and support project, but which I have started with the automobile client with a legacy system integration
Mhm.
from mainframe to an ERP system.
Right.
Right. So this journey has taken me right the wonderful learnings from the starting from the planning phase till the deployment phase, because the team was splitted into the various locations, right? So how we need to coordinate with the team, and like what is the plan, and like how we are going to achieve the milestones.
Right.
So right, so this has given me a in a very good learning and right experience for me. So basically, my understanding the priorities and right, so we have to do manual task tracking. So
Mhm.
anyhow, now if you consider, right, we have a lot of dashboards, but those
Yes.
particular days when you are running such a big application thing, so we need to have uh, vital reports, right, and Excel sheets. So tracking
Right.
of every phase of it. Okay, so we used to have it. So finally, right, we have a successful deployed right into mainframe application to an ERP application. Okay, then that is the automobile part, and then I have got an opportunity to move into the one of the UK leading banks. Okay,
Okay.
so there is a basically based on the business needs. They wanted to split the. They wanted to create a new brand. Okay,
Right.
okay, so I have started, we have started working for from the scratch. We have started from all scratch zero. Okay. And we have worked after 4 years, we have, right, completed 90% of the work, right?
Okay.
And suddenly, if I remember, it was 2016, right? So where the UK Brexit referendum results were announced, right? So
Right.
this has hugely impacted on our program, right? And it has been
Right.
called off when it has been called off the program due to the Brexit or maybe the UK
Mhm.
government. They couldn't able to take the program further.
Right.
Okay, so this moment, uh, just a change in the direction, not only just change in the direction, but even it is an extreme shift, like approach how my work and life is going to be. It
Right.
taught
Right.
me it taught me an importance of adaptability, resilience, and how ability to hold the change. right?
Right,
Because
right,
this project we have a huge plan. What after the go live, so we have a clear plan what we are going to achieve another 3 years, 4 years. So right, all of sudden, so this unfortunate changes made me to think everything right again, right? So from there, I started taking up the new roles like technology lead, project manager role, and particularly focusing on the involvement with the various transformation projects and knowledge
right.
transformation projects and the cloud migration projects, right? So across the domains, right? Each and every project, right, along the way, it has been a great experience and helping me to grow and evolve my professional path.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. So that was such a raw and honest, um, honest moment. And I could actually feel the moment when you went to that building and you saw that it's the same building that you had seen when you
Yes.
were traveling. So that feeling must have been so wonderful. And also that, the tough moments that you went through in the end shaped you as a leader and made you a better and a stronger leader. And the turning point that you had when the Brexit happened and you had to change the way to how you approach things and how you take decisions. So that's really wonderful.
Yes.
So let's step inside your world for a moment. You're currently leading core banking payments projects at one of the leading banks in the UK, a highly dynamic environment where precision and timing are everything. Can you paint a picture for our listeners? What does a day in life of a senior project manager look like in such a high stakes ecosystems? What are the moving parts that keep everything synchronized?
Nice question, Charu. Okay. So let me brief about the current program where I was working at the recent program. Okay. So I completely agree with you. The precision and timing are crucial for the seamless operation and reliability of any financial service projects.
Right, right,
So yeah, precision is utmost importance in banking system, right? It holds the financial accuracy, risk management, and the
mhm,
compliance with the regulations.
right, right,
And timing is another critical factor in the banking system. This ability to execute transactions and process promptly and efficiently, right, is essential for providing an excellent customer service and meeting the expectations of our clients. Okay. Delay
right,
of Delays can lead to dissatisfaction and potential financial losses, right? So we must prioritize the timely execution for all our operations.
right.
If I talk about the complexity behind all these things, right? So it all starts from the requirement gathering from the clients. We need to understand what is the client requirement, and we have to look for the feasible solutions, which cloud, right, what are the different possible ways of solution. And once the
Right.
stakeholders are getting sign off, right, then we have to start on the planning phase, like when in between with the milestones, with the checkpoints, right, and
Right.
with the clear roadmaps from the starting of the initial planning stage and the developing stage and till the closing phase, right? So we need to closely work
Mhm,
with the different technical teams, architecture teams. Like if you talk about the backend layer, where they majorly work on the infrastructure
mhm,
and the
mhm.
data handling part, and the middleware layer. So where this team particularly handles the how the data will flow from one particular application segment to another application, or one particular platform to another platform, right? And then coming to the final one is a front end team. So front end team where basically they design the front end applications, like what it is an example like a banking application, what the end user can see, right? Those people.
Right.
So along with this, after development is completed, so we have to, it has to, the code has to go to the different testing phases, right? For the testing, starting from the integration testing, unit testing, and then integration testing, system testing. So,
Right.
it is a continuous iteration to go for the code optimization,
Mm-hmm.
right? So once we get any feedback when we receive from the testers, so we have to go and fix those particular errors or bugs. Okay, so this daily, right, I must be interacting with the respective teams to remind and configuration management, risk assessment, and interlocking dependencies, and addressing those issues in the right manner.
Right.
So, after all these things, the performance testing is going to plays a key role. Like take an example of right. So we are going to any point of sale, POS, and we are swiping our card, right? Our card, right, within 15 seconds, we do get the approval message. So in
Mm-hmm.
between the back end, so it will go for the validation whether the card is valid, what is the authorized person or not. So it has to go with the n number of checks, and it
Mm-hmm.
has to right validate and give the output of it. So the performance testing is going to play a major role on it. Like for
Right.
an example, if you take another example of a banking internet, right? So once we log in, so it is going to check in the background our user ID and password is valid and is authorized person. So
Right.
many checks is going to be help us during the performance testing. So all about this, right? We will be moving on to the UAT, that is the user acceptance testing. And once the client is happy, so we have to go with the stakeholders approval, and we are going to with the go live with the system. This is all part of the SDFC lifecycle. Okay.
Oh,
So this is the day which is go for any project manager as a
process
daily
management.
routine. Yeah.
Wow, wow. That sounds really, really, it sounds like a financial command center. You painted a very gripping visual there, and you can almost feel the pulse of precision and pressure in every line and every task that you described. So kudos on
Yeah.
that, sir, successfully managing that, and thank you for sharing that.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
So now you've led some pretty major transformations, integrating AWS cloud platforms, Flex Cube systems, and DevOps migrations across multiple industries. Those sounds like massive undertakings. What was that transformation journey like? Were there moments when things did not go according to plan, and how did you make sure technology become an enabler, not an obstacle?
Yeah. That's a wonderful question, Charu. Okay. So, see, I have worked for 2 decades, right? The first decade completely, I have worked on the legacy system like mainframe and on-premises applications where the service is placed in on-premises, right? And the second part, if you will completely, right, I started working with the cloud part of the platforms. Okay.
Right,
So I clearly see the difference. Transformation plays it as a pivotal role in enabling us to meet the demands and challenges, right, posed by the current market trends. Right,
okay,
with the integration of new technologies, uh, I can clearly see the significance improvements. Right. See, if you remember in our earlier days, the majority, most of the people used to go to the shop, right, and where we have to do the transaction in the cash, and only offline was the mode. But if
right.
you right after the post current situation, if you come into the fast forwarding to the current scenario, so
Mhm.
where everyone, right, it is we are doing the shopping in online.
Online,
So
right,
right, this is the online shops available like Amazon, Flipkart, right? All these platforms have been migrated into cloud based platforms.
right,
And,
right,
and this makes life easier and can do shopping at any time from anywhere. Okay. So this basically, right, it has all possible with the integration, right, from the DevOps, continuous integration and continuous deployment. Right,
right.
you won't see any downtime in on these platforms,
Agreed, agreed.
right? So there will not be any downtime. So they used to maintain 99% of the time, 99.99 time, the server is
Right, right.
if you go back to the previous cases, so where we have to go and see if any particular website will say that it is the server is down for maintenance from
Right.
half an hour. But
Yes.
we are hardly see nowadays, right? All the cloud applications are up and running for 99.99 scenarios. The only 0.001% only have a challenge, and it is go for a risk. Okay? So, and also moreover, if I go and deep dive into the project status reports, right? So, in earlier olden, the first decade of my projects, I used to maintain a lot of Excel sheets, tracker for each area. What is the development status? What is the testing status? Like how many bugs we have it? What
Right.
is the team engaged in the each area? Right? Everything was in a manual tracker. If by integration with the emerging technology now with the different tools, like we are now entire project is status is readily available. Just click on a button with a different type of dashboards. Like for an
Right.
example, using Power BI tool. So everything on a right in the dashboard, we can see the entire status, right? But migrating to these cloud platforms drastically increases the data volume because every small transaction we are doing using the digital wallets, right?
Agreed.
Like Phone Pay, Google Pay, right? This become a big hazard for the banking sector.
Mhm.
So how this volume of data can be saved and protect, right? Finally, the solution is going to be like a data center, cloud data center, right? So if you talk about more into the cloud area, so talk about the example of IoT, Internet of Things, right? Which made the control through electronic device using sensors and makes the people right easy of living.
Yes.
Everything controlled using by mobile or internet. Just click on a button. Like, take an example of AC, fan, or
Mhm.
some any motor sensors using right in agricultural field. So anything has many more added towards the IoT part of it, right? But all this one side, but other way of the side, right? Other than easy of living things, as the system grow the functionality, they become increasingly complex and difficult to maintain.
Okay.
So, example like the data handling and the cyber security, where because we are all doing using the internet. So this is the more challenges we have to be complexity to be handled for.
Right. 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 Wow. You know what? The way you talk through this, it is clear that how fragile and powerful these things are. And I believe that it's not just tech, that stacks. It was also people learning to trust and learn the new systems, right?
Yes.
Right. So thank you for sharing
Because
that with us.
yeah, because I'm the generation right where I have seen our fathers like from the cultivation, from the agriculture. Like even I born and brought up in a village, and then
Right.
I'm living in a city life, so I can see the clear difference where we were and where I am now currently.
Yes, yes, yes. And all this has definitely made our lives easier.
Yes, yes.
So, one thing that really stands out in your track record is your consistent focus on risk management and process precision. In your world, one small misstep can snowball quickly. What's your secret to building a culture of accountability and accuracy in high pressure delivery environments?
Yes, that's a very good question, Charu. Okay, so though I consistent focus on the risk management and process precision, sometimes bubble occurs due to the
Right,
various reasons. Okay.
right,
So risk management is important and play key role in any project right, to avoid such scenarios. Right? So basically, I talk about the risk management, right? And from the risk assessment, where like which is includes we have to identify inventory assets and analyze the risk and
right,
evaluate provider and vendor risk. Okay, coming to the second one, risk treatment and mitigation. So whatever the risk assessment we are in, so we have to find for the mitigation, like how we can fix that. So basically, who are all going to have an access for that? Like, and we have to find for identity and access management only for the required people, and the data encryption. So data encryption can there is a various methods like data encryption or data masking, right? And the technical safeguards, right? Technical safeguards and the resource management, right? So this is the way. And for the mitigation and treatment, whatever we are doing it, so we have to continuously monitoring and improvement has to be done. So which is majorly involved, right? Monitoring the continuously risk mitigation and conduct regular internal audit and external audits and maintain the authorization and develop the incident response plan. Okay.
Right.
So this helps on the risk management, and moreover, for any kind of projects. So basically, we need to prepare a matrix, right? Who is the responsible, and who is accountable, and who
Accountable.
is the consultant, and who is the informed. So basically, we call that as a RASI matrix.
Yes.
Yes. So this has to be prepared, and during the different phases of the problem occur. So this matrix will help us to clearly, so who has to be connected to resolve the issue and escalated. Okay. And this process helps the accountability and accuracy in developing the successful process.
Absolutely, absolutely. I think accountability as trust and not as control is a gold standard, and that was such an honest take, an honest way of describing how to turn precision into a habit and not a rule book. So thank you for sharing that step by step that other leaders can take and maintain a culture of accountability and accuracy in high pressure delivery environments. So thank you so much for sharing that with us.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah.
All right, Mr. Prasad, time for a little fun before we wrap up. Quick questions, quick answers. You don't have to think about the answer, just whatever comes to your mind first. Ready?
Yes.
Okay. The first thing you do when you wake up.
So after fresh up, I'll take a glass of warm water.
Wow, nice. Okay. Your comfort food on a long day.
Okay, so being a South Indian, right, I'm comfortable with any Indian flavored rice.
Nice.
So,
Okay. One hobby that instantly relaxes you.
so playing chess.
Playing chess. Wow. Okay. A movie you watched way too many times.
So I've seen many movies. If you specifically name it out right, it is Baba. Rajnikant movie.
Okay, nice one. Okay.
Yeah.
One app you can't live without.
See, past 2 decades, it's only Microsoft Teams.
Wow. Okay. Your favorite travel destination.
My favorite destination is Luxembourg or Switzerland.
Wow, nice. Wonderful. Okay. A song that never fails to lift your mood.
I majoritarily right. I'll go with the
Old
old
melody?
melodies. Yeah, old melodies.
Yes. I can understand you there because the song these days are, you know,
Yeah,
don't touch you the way the old ones do.
yes. Yeah, not only the songs, even the movies. Right. It is only the one concept.
Absolutely. Okay. Your all-time favorite sports person or team?
So it's always Vishwanathan Anand, the Indian chess grandmaster.
Yes, yes. Okay, one thing still on your bucket list.
My favorite destination with the family.
Ah, nice. Okay. And finally, if your life had a title, what would it be?
I didn't expect this question. It's like, so my friends, right, where my friends and close associates call me Mr. Perfect.
Okay. That's a good one.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you for being so candid and spontaneous with us, Mr. Prasad. This round really helps us know the person behind the professional, and you were so candid with us. So thank you so much for sharing your views with us.
Yeah. Thank you.
So, Mr. Prasad, every industry has its wake-up calls, moments that make everyone stop and rethink how we lead and deliver. In technology and project management, we've seen failures that weren't technical, they were ethical, cultural, or governance related. What have those moments taught you about leadership, ethics, and doing the right thing, even when it's the harder thing?
Yeah, it's a good question. Okay. So when the leadership comes to my mind, other than the technical aspects, right, the first thing is I think it's a people management. Right. So we must carefully listen to the problems if any team is rising any challenges which they are facing. Right. We have to listen them carefully and we have to address those right without I mean with a fairness and or any conflict of interest, right?
Right,
So we must be so ethical when addressing these issues with the team.
agreed.
Okay, and proactively as a leader, so we should be aware like what is the team is undergoing the challenges on a regular basis,
Right,
and we have to proactively do a checkpoints and we have to fix those challenges or
mhm,
issues
right,
towards right manpower governance. Yeah. So leadership, in my view, is not completely about ticking off the checkbox
right,
from the
right.
right. So it is a deep responsibility that we must accept and wholeheartedly to achieve the goals. Right. So innovation and technology are continuous improvement process.
Right,
Like, there is no end to it. Okay.
right.
Right. But life has the limitations. So we must be giving the equal importance to the work as well as the life.
Right, right, right. You know, that is such an important reminder that governance isn't red tape. It's the scaffolding that lets innovation stand tall. And Mr. Prasad, as you said, doing the right thing, even when it's invisible, that's the kind of leadership that quietly changes organizations. So thank you for sharing your views with us. So, Mr. Prasad, you've recently been associated with Directors Institute World Council of Directors. What drew you to join, and how has this experience reshaped the way you think about leadership and decision making at the board level?
Yes, I have recently associated with the Directors Institute after a completion of my long and fulfilling journey spanning like 2 decades in the IT world. Okay.
Right,
So our projects require like handling during from the planning phase and development phase and execution phase, like much like nurturing like a small baby. Okay, but other side of the coin also equally plays an important role.
right,
So these factors drive me to contribute more towards environmental and social and the governance initiatives at the
mhm,
board level.
right,
So I strongly believe the boardroom is a perfect place to bring more and more governance innovations for everyone's growth.
right. Wow. So, you know what? I believe that it is so inspiring that you have such an extensive experience, but you are still looking forward to gaining new skills and learning new things and giving back to the society, to the environment. So kudos for that, sir, and thank you for that feedback. And I also wish you all the best for whatever goals that you have set for yourself.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Podcast closing. So Mr. Prasad, this has been such an inspiring conversation. What stood out to me is how you've shown that project management isn't about deadlines, it's about direction. You've turned complexity into clarity and reminded us that leadership is not about control, but it's about connection. Thank you so much for joining us today on FaceTime with Leaders, powered by Directors Institute, World Council of Directors.
Thank you.
To everyone listening, I hope today's episode gave you more than insights. I hope it gave you perspective. That in leadership, it's not speed, but sincerity, not metrics, but meaning. And that define real success. I'm Charu Mehra. Until next time, stay curious, stay resilient, and as always, lead with integrity. Thank you.